Welcome back to the deep dive. So today we're digging into this massive 2026 report, The Asymptotes of Intelligence. And let me tell you, the vibe has definitely shifted. You remember the last few years, right? Everyone just screaming that AI was going to the moon, infinite growth.
Oh yeah, nonstop, the AI evangelism era.
Exactly. Well, according to this, that party is officially over. We've entered the era of evaluation.
That's a perfect way to put it.
Yeah.
The old assumption was, just add more compute, add more data, and you'll get superintelligence. But this report argues the limit isn't some single wall we can just punch through. It's more like a box.
A box.
And we are pretty much trapped inside it by physics, data, cognition, and, well, society.
Okay, let's unpack this box then, starting with the floor, the physics wall. The report talks about an atomic wall. So we're basically shrinking transistors so much that physics itself is starting to break. Is that right?
We're pushing below 1 nanometer now. To give you a sense of scale, the little barrier that's supposed to keep the switch off is maybe 2 or 3 atoms thick. At that level, you get this thing called quantum tunneling.
That's where the electrons just, teleport through the wall?
Precisely.
Okay.
So even when the chip is supposed to be off, it's leaking electricity constantly.
It's like a house where every single faucet is dripping all at once.
And all that wasted energy generates a ton of heat.
Which is why air cooling is basically dead now, right?
Oh, it's completely dead.
Yeah.
These new AI racks push over 100 kilowatts. If you try to use fans, it would sound like a jet engine and the chips would still melt.
So what's the solution?
Liquid immersion.
Yeah.
We're literally dunking the servers in these big vats of cooling fluid.
Which solves one problem but then creates a resource nightmare. The water wall, they call it. The industry now needs 1.7 trillion gallons of water a year.
It's a massive strain. And it's crashing into the grid, too. We're seeing these transient loads.
Power spikes.
Spikes so huge and so sudden that power plants just can't react fast enough. You're talking about threatening blackouts.
Okay, so the hardware is melting and the grid is groaning. Let's move to the ceiling of the box, the information wall. We've hit peak data.
We've basically exhausted the entire stock of high-quality human text. About 300 trillion tokens.
But we've read the whole internet.
The whole internet, all the books, everything. It's done.
But here's the part I don't get. If we've run out of human text, why can't AI just write its own, create synthetic data for the next generation?
You'd think so, but the report calls that the synthetic trap.
Uh-huh.
When a model trains on its own output, you get something called autophagy.
Self-eating.
Exactly. It's like making a photocopy of a photocopy of a photocopy.
Eventually, it just turns into a blurry mess.
Or black sludge.
Yeah.
There was a study, I think, from Carnegie Mellon that found a 74% faithfulness gap in these models.
That's meaning.
Meaning they stop tracing facts and just start hallucinating really plausible-sounding fiction.
So they're not getting smarter, they're just getting more confident at making things up. Okay, so let's talk about the walls of the box. The cognitive wall. The report calls these models hollow shells.
They are. They master what's called level 1 reasoning. That's just association.
Like smoke and fire.
Right. They know smoke usually appears with fire, but they fail at level 2, which is causation. They don't understand that lighting the match causes the fire.
They're just interpolators, not actual thinkers.
And that makes them incredibly fragile. Look at this vulnerability called GRP obliteration.
That sounds intense.
It is. It means a single, very specific prompt can bypass every single safety filter in the model. Just obliterate them.
So safety isn't actually built into the structure, it's just a sticker they slapped on top.
That's a great analogy. It's a veneer, not the foundation.
And that brings us to the bars on the cage.
The societal wall. I mean, it's 2026. The EU AI Act is fully enforceable now. You just can't use black box models in high-risk areas anymore. If you can't explain how the AI made a decision, it's illegal, period.
And on top of that, you have nations building their own sovereign clouds to keep data inside their borders.
Which fragments the whole market. It breaks the economy of scale that got us here in the first place.
So we've gone from the magic of alchemy to the rigor of chemistry.
That's it. It's an engineering problem now, not a magic trick.
It's a real reality check. We're stuck in this box. Physics on the floor, data on the ceiling, cognitive limits as the walls, and regulations as the bars. And I want to leave you with one line from the report that really stuck with me.
Go for it.
It says, we're building machines that can simulate empathy perfectly. They can say all the right things like, I understand how you feel, but they lack the biological substrate, the body, to actually feel anything at all.
Which really begs the question, are we just building the world's most efficient psychopaths?
Something to think about. Thanks for diving in with us.